Coyote reveals we learn to trust in spirit. No party is complete without its coyote. One could have little doubt that we had our own coyote medicine camp. As a matter of fact, you could say that we were about to have almost every kind of experience you could imagine at this gathering. I mean, this was really right out of Tom Robbins' novel, Another Fireside Attraction. We had Coyote Man and White Coyote Woman. There was Eagle Man Biker and Neil Young Wannabe. We had assembled quite a cast of characters. It is always a wonderment to me how these kind of events have their contrasts of polarities. On the other side, we had our representatives from the masters and the above people. They were spreading their wondrous violet auras, touching everything they passed. Whether one was consciously aware of it or not was immaterial. They were to rain enlightenment upon the people and to uplift Earth's little creatures, and no thing of spirit or flesh would deter them from their mission. Grandmother Turtle, Grandfather Warren, travels in the dark, riding Buffalo Woman, Dancing Flower, Strong Fire, Francis Rainbow Heart, One Fine Irishman, Black Hawk, White Wolf, Running Wolf, Golden Eagle, Dancing Grizzly, Raven White Dove, Lily River Tree, Grandfather Richard, Bobcat Who Dances, He Who Barks at Midnight, White Hare, Bold Wind, Flute Carrier, Star Dancer, War Turtle, She Who Makes Coffee, Peace Bird, Nighthawk, Falcon, Ghost Wolf, Merry Owl Dreaming, Morning Star, Spider Hawk, She Who Fights with Wolf Medicine. Not everyone can be named in this chapter. It would take an entire page. For that, you will have to wait, and everyone can be named in their own time. Also, there were many who came through the veils to participate in the ceremony. Those who had no earthly name, yet we could feel their hearts, their energy presence. Some could even hear them talking throughout the dancing and drumming. We would hear their songs in the wind, which they gave us to sing. Then there were those who actually saw them, walking, watching, dancing. This was a melting pot of many cultures: Apache, Blackfoot, Cherokee, Lakota, Mohican, Cree, German, French, Welsh, Canadian, Aztec, Mexican, English, Italian, Oriental, Irish, Sioux, Iroquois, and Cheyenne. We came from Washington, California, Oregon, Canada, Alaska, Michigan, Montana, Colorado, and many other areas. Perhaps an experience, one could say, was uniquely the American West, but the deeper message was still to be found in our sojourn here in the Montana wilderness, one that perhaps most were not aware of upon their original decision to undertake the pilgrimage and participate in the ghost dance. But all things in their time, and to be sure, Coyote would have his first dance. Only with those who would accept his gifts with open hearts and good humor would Coyote share his wisdom. With those few brave and non-judgmental souls who could learn to laugh through the tour of their own limitations and self-created human dilemmas, would he reveal his magic. Coyote's magic was there to reveal our truth, so there would be no barriers between each other and our hearts. Coyote was there so that, for one moment in time, we might know what it felt like to be in the presence of divine levels of reality, to return for those brief moments in the unfolding of our lives to the world of magic, spirits, and to walk through the dimensions, which for some occurred quite easily. For us to realize that the magic was achieved through the unity of the group. Learning that one who stands alone without a camaraderie is, in fact, he who would follow dogma without question, which had been the way of the herd. Here, in the energy of the dance, it was clear. There was no wrong or right, only sacred and not sacred. There is no good or bad, only aware and not aware. This was to be a dance for the people. It was their spirits that would need to shake loose of the petrified rock they knew as flesh that now encapsulated their spirit. This could only be achieved experientially in the state of absolute freedom. There could be no priests, no dogmas. We would all have to develop the ability to trust in spirit. Spirit is a personal matter. Each one's experience of the Creator is their sovereign right. It is their story, not his story. His story. Spirit directed that there would be no people telling you how and when to move, what was sacred and what was not sacred. That was not going to work any longer. There would be no priests at the ghost dance. Everyone had to own the experiencing of the Creator in his or her own way, so that it would be theirs and they would own it, so that it would not be someone else's story. It had been someone else's story for far too long, which is perhaps why, in this contemporary society, we as individuals seem to feel so personally disempowered. We are, it would seem, groomed to give our power up at some point in our early childhood. Maybe it begins right from the moment we enter the public school system and are taught to accept the benefits of fitting into the norm. We are taught by the belittling of elders and peers that being different and individual is abnormal. What the group feels is good for us. They hate you if you're clever, and they despise a fool. Aho.